So we're going to work a little bit on indenting our text. In those 3 paragraphs below history, we do want selected. So if you lost your highlighting, you're going to go ahead and point at the first line and left drag down. And then what they would like us to do is adjust the left indent marker on the ruler. So first order of business, if you can't see the ruler, you do need to display it. So if you go into view, put a little check next to ruler and turn it on so you can see it. Once you can see the ruler, then what you're going to do is you're going to point to the left indent marker, which is the square at the bottom. The triangle at the top is for indenting the first line. The bottom triangle is for creating what's called a hanging indent. And then the left indent is actually the square. And we're going to move that to 1/2 inch. Now we're basically going to do the same thing over on the right with the right indent. So right now it's at 6.5, and we are going to move that into 6. Now, other ways of doing this, if you go into the home ribbon, or excuse me, it's the layout ribbon, where it's got indent, you can actually specify the left and the right indent here. So instead of dragging on the ruler, you could actually enter the settings here. I typically use the ruler because it's just easier and faster, but this is another option for those of you who don't like the ruler. Now, they want us to click in the paragraph below Commerce and Industry. And they want us to go into the paragraph dialog box launcher. Now, we're in the layout ribbon, and you'll notice we can access it from here, and we can also access it from the home ribbon. If you remember, there's a paragraph here, group here as well. Okay, so either location gives us access to this paragraph dialog box. And they would like us to adjust indentation for the paragraph that we have our insertion mark in. And that would be the paragraph below Commerce and Industry. So under indentation for left, what they would like is 0.5. So you can actually click on the little spin arrows and get to 0.5. And they also want 0.5 for right indentation. So now you know 3 different ways of changing indentation. Okay, we can use the ruler, we can go into layout, or we can actually go into the paragraph dialog box. So now that we've adjusted this, they actually want us to click in the paragraph below Climate and press F4 to apply the indentation to this paragraph. And then they want us to go into the paragraph below Holiday, Sport, and Leisure, and you just have to click somewhere in that paragraph. And we're going to press F4 there. And then they want us to select the text below Sightseeing Tours. So all of this, and press F4. Now we're going to go all the way back up to the top to our little history group. And they want us to select the 3 paragraphs. And then they want us to go into the paragraph dialog box. And they would like us to create a hanging indent. So under indentation, where it says special, we're going to click and choose hanging. Now what this does, and you can kind of see it down here, is a hanging indent. The first line is on the left margin, and any line below the first one is indented. So it's kind of the opposite of a first line indent. Okay, so if we chose first line, you'd see the first line is indented and the rest aren't. Okay, with the hanging indent, it's the opposite. First line is not indented and the rest are. So for these 3 paragraphs, they want hanging, and we're going to go ahead and click OK. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and save.